The iconic punk venue CBGB is coming back to life this weekend for one day only on Saturday, 3 to 11. This year's festival includes headliners Iggy Pop, Jack White, along with 20 other notable punk groups. So joining me now to talk more about it, Phil Sandhaus, the festival's organizer, as well as James Drescher. He is the lead singer of the city-based band Murphy's Law. Thank you both. Welcome to the Rush Hour.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, great to be here.
It's great to have you. Phil, why don't I start with you? Give us a little bit of a preview of what people can expect on Saturday.
Yeah, we're very excited to have a great lineup. Like you said, 20 bands, 3 stages at Under the K, which is under the Kosciuszko Bridge. This Saturday, some of the great legacy bands. Jimmy's band here, some of the great young bands who are breaking into the movement, and a lot of the experiences, parts of the club that we're recreating as experiences.
Tell me about that. Murphy's Law is your band. You describe them as New York hardcore punk.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about your band and really what it means for you to be coming back on the stage alongside all of these other headliners.
Coming from Astoria, Queens, where many of the bands like the Ramones, Reagan Youth, Urban Waste, Heart Attack came from. A lot of punk music came from Queens, New York, and went to CBGB's thanks to a gentleman by the name of Hilly Crystal who founded CBGB's and gave us a home. And it was pretty much on Sunday afternoons where we did matinees, and that's where our music evolved because he gave us a format and a place and a home to make our music. So that's how this came.
Phil, you mentioned that this is going to be held under the Kosciuszko Bridge.
Yep.
We spoke with the executive director of the North Brooklyn Parks Alliance. This is what she said it means to have an event like this. As she says, it really boosts the neighborhood.
Every concert that takes place here at Under the K Bridge Park earns revenue for parks and open spaces across North Brooklyn for our neighbors to enjoy. This is our first punk festival, and we're super excited about it, not only because it recalls some of New York City's roots. For a lot of people in the neighborhood, there's a lot of pride to have this growing and emerging musical destination right in their backyard.
Right in their backyard. How did the idea of community, Phil, play into how this festival was organized?
Listen, we are all, from the artists and the bands, like Jimmy mentioned, to those of us who work with CBGB's as kind of the brand and the legacy. We're all New Yorkers, and we all love music. We were looking for the right opportunity, right venue with the right edge. Under the K Park is it. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of great energy. So that's how we came to that location.
And Jimmy, are you hoping to introduce this kind of music to a new generation of fans? I mean, it seems like a really big opportunity to do so.
I think they're already there thanks to social media and such. They know the history, and it's evolving. And thanks to what they're doing with the fest, they're introducing new music. Mm-hmm. As well as us old folk.
and you say it's evolving. How has it evolved in the last 40 years since you first took to the stage?
Well, through digital technology, it's easier to make the music, it's easier to promote the music, and it's easier to spread the word of your message when you make the music.
Mm-hmm. And Phil, talk a little bit about keeping the legacy of CBGB's alive all these years later. I mean, it closed nearly 20 years ago.
Sure.
How do you maintain that magic?
Well, this is a part of the challenge. What we're trying to do is what Hilly stood for and what the club stood for. Listen, it was ground zero for the birth of the punk and new wave movements. The iconic bands, New York bands that came out, Blondie, Talking Heads, the Ramones, Television, on and on and on. And we're trying to kind of open this up the same way of what we're doing here now in 2025, and going to probably have a festival again next year. So, we're trying to introduce the legacy artists once again, plus these young artists who are part of the new movement in punk and new wave.
And you mentioned the legacy artists, but Jimmy, do you see punk sort of the influence of punk on other types of music these days? I mean, obviously all the performers you mentioned are huge in the punk scene, but what about elsewhere, other types of?
We have Jack White headlining, so Jack White is definitely, Iggy influenced Jack White.
Yeah, right.
Jack White has obviously been influenced by all of the punk music, and Iggy Pop has influenced all of us. So it's kind of all of this music from different genres and different styles, but all from the same vein. And a lot of it evolved from CBGB's.
And is there a different energy when you're all in the same place, playing together?
It's a family.
Yeah.
And that's the way Hilly made CBGB's. It was a family. Yeah. And CBGB's was a home for us.
Phil and Jimmy, really appreciate your coming on this weekend.
you so much.
Enjoy Saturday. Sounds
Great.
like a blast.
Hello, Roger.
Yeah.
And I should say Roger Clark, and you are close.
From
And
Queens, he wrote one of our songs on the Murphy's Law record. We love you, Roger.
yes, we all love Roger. Hopefully he will be among the other many audience members out there on Saturday.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest news and weather updates every 10 minutes and more. We'll see you then.